We are live, gentlemen. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of Happy Hour, episode 2. You know, it's your boy Campaign J here. And we are, before we get into everybody else, got to make a important announcement. Actually, I'm kind of high, blow,
Public
everything.
service announcement.
Public service announcement, man. Please follow us on all of our socials, man. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Discord. I think that's everything. Facebook at Drunk Unc's podcast, man. Like, subscribe. Please follow us. We appreciate that. But yeah, man, we got a really nice episode for y'all boys today. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Let's
Yes,
go.
we do. Yes, we do. All right, Big Jim here. Get ready for another good episode for y'all. Get to touch base on the draft last week and talk about the NBA because we get into the thick of it now. So I'm ready.
And you already know it's the best coach in the world. I'm gonna keep saying it. OG Two Tone, too cool. I just want to say special shout out for y'all, man. Y'all been loving the stuff on Instagram, loving the stuff on TikTok, Facebook, man. Keep liking it up, keep subscribing. We appreciate y'all, really, for real. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do. So as y'all probably saw, man, if y'all follow us on Instagram as well, too, man, we had a great time at the NFL draft. It was an amazing time, man. There was a lot of people out there. Shout out to Detroit. Pulled up in full force, man. Definitely pulled up in full force. It was a great time, man. We had some good footage. We had a good time. And like I said, if y'all haven't saw us on there, man, go ahead and check us out. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram to be able to see some of the good times that we had. See a couple of the clips and see a couple of those Lions fans, man, that had no idea what was going on really with the draft.
Okay.
It was kind of
All right.
crazy.
And
it was
before
crazy.
I do wanna touch on that because Diddy. I'm glad you said that. I recorded that video. I had that video. Chico was like, run the video, or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I just want to know what y'all expected us Lions fans to expect out of the draft. When is the last time we'd have picked that low? We've never picked that low, actually. To have the 29th pick and asking somebody, oh, who y'all gonna take to the draft? Who y'all think y'all gonna get? Like, I can't give you a name. We couldn't give you a name. We couldn't give you all we could do is give you an idea of what we wanted. We wanted somebody either on the edge, somebody edge rusher, help on the offensive line, or we needed defensive back help. And what did we do? We went and got DB help. We didn't know who was going to be there. We didn't know what the draft was going to be like. If you would have told me that Terry Arnold would have been there at 24 for us to get, I would have said you're probably wrong. So
I'm glad you touched on that.
I'm like, what do you want us to do?
Do you feel like he was the best corner in the draft?
No, I wanted Quinion. I did want Quinion Mitchell, just Toledo ties, and obviously there have been a lot of hype around him. But I was talking to Craig about it before we even drafted him. He was a guy that was kind of behind Kool-Aid when he first came into the mix.
Right.
And then when Kool-Aid when Kool-Aid was out there, nobody wanted to throw his way, so he kind of stepped up, and the spotlight got big for him, and he was making all those plays. So it was like his stock kind of went up while Kool-Aid was kind of there. So I think that's why Kool-Aid went after him, to be honest. Yeah. So hey, I'll take it. I wanted somebody. We needed some other help, So I'll take that pick for sure any day of the week.
But yeah, man, while we talking about the draft, we're gonna get into it. That's one of our topics for today. We're gonna hit y'all with 2 topics today. We're gonna make this real short and brief. We're gonna come at y'all with a little bit of draft recap, talking about some of our favorite picks, some of our biggest winners and losers. Kind of get into that a little bit, kind of talk about what the rookie quarterbacks would kind of expect out of those, what we expect to see out of those rookie quarterbacks as well too. And then from there, we're going to spin on to the NBA, talk a little bit about some NBA playoffs, talk about Mr. LeBron James, Mr. Kevin Durant, and Mr. everybody else that just arrived in Cancun, fresh off the plane. But yeah, man, before we even get into that, let's go ahead and start with the NFL. And before we jump into that, hey, go ahead and get a Drunk Uncle's cup as well too, man. We got the whiskey glasses, we got the shot glasses. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Don't fuck with us, man. We got everything. We got everything y'all need, man. We got everything y'all need.
Mine is in a washer right now, so
yeah. Hey, so first, let's talk about the biggest NFL draft winners and losers of this draft, man. Let's talk about what did y'all like, what didn't y'all like, what surprised y'all. I think we kind of all know what was very surprising already before we even get into that. But let's talk about some of the things that really surprised y'all. Who y'all think kind of capitalized off of this draft, and who do y'all think had a terrible draft? So, Jem, let's go ahead and start off with you, and you tell me what you got, man.
As much as I hate to say it and admit it, I think one of the winners from the draft had to be the Chicago Bears, just off the strength
Hmm.
of what they were able to do.
Hmm.
They got their guy for the future. They got Caleb Williams. They got Romo Dunes. He gonna be feeding him throughout the course of his career. And I mean, they just got they have all the pieces around them now to really produce and be a good team. Now, with that being said, like I've said multiple times, both on this pod and off the pod, they still got to play in one of the toughest divisions of football. So definitely trending in the right direction. Getting their guys for the future and to kind of cement their rebuilding stages. Their rebuilding period is pretty much on the end or on the mend, I should say. But yeah, I think they had probably one of the best drafts just off of value and what they got for the future. And then I also want to say my Lions, just because
Now, is this a little bit of bias, or is this just
it's a little it's a little bit of bias towards it. But also I feel like just from what I've been seeing about other people's draft results and who were the big winners. And I was even saying it before we went on the pod. The Lions drafted, I think maybe 5 or 6 guys later in the draft that were supposed to be taken earlier. I think they got a guy in the 5th or 6th round that was supposed to be like between picks 90 and like 105 or something like that. So
Mhm.
just the value that we got these guys at, I feel like was really good for us. And plus, we just kind of got some added depth, for our line, make sure our line is good for years to come. And then, we got our cornerback group taken care of. So drafted 2 corners in the draft, first 2 picks taking corners. So I think that's awesome. It's
For
been
sure.
a long time coming for us to get all the guys that we actually wanted to get instead of taking some bullshit like an Eric Ebron or a who else? I mean, man, there's just a multitude of names that you could add on that list of guys that we should have taken and just didn't get. So I'm happy that we are looking to repeat, not repeat, but looking to do the same thing we did last year, make some noise again. But
What do
yeah,
you think,
so
just,
that's
Tone?
me.
I mean, Bears obviously is a clear cut, big winner. I'm gonna be that guy that posts that question out there because I've heard being talking about, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. Caleb Williams definitely got set up in a very good situation. It seems like. So, granted, you got to play at the end of the day, and everybody got to go take the field. But it's sounding like there's going to be big expectations in Chicago. Now, I'm not, calling them bust because that's outlandish for me to say, even though maybe I want to say it. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? He has to perform this year, and real talk. For me personally, I guess I'm expecting to see big things out of him because I see a lot of situation where he, as a number one pick, went into a good situation where, you know what I'm saying, some of the other number one picks maybe have not been in better situations. I also curious to see, just want to put this out there for the people that follow football. Mac Jones got, you know, I think it was a Pro Bowl in his first year. Played really well, went to the playoffs. So I'm curious
Replacement
also,
Pro Bowl,
huh?
replacement Pro Bowl. He
Okay,
didn't get
replacement
selected
pro. Oh,
initially.
okay, replacement Pro Bowl. Those happen all the time, but they still count him. So I'm just
Not
saying
that
he
it
got Pro
matters.
Bowl. He was in the Pro Bowl. But anyways, they went to the playoffs his first year in the league. So I'm curious to see if like how they feel about Drake May because how many years was he in New England? He was in what New England? What 2-3 years?
Who, Mac
3 years.
Jones? Mac
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mac
Jones?
Jones was there for three
yeah, and
years.
they got rid of
Three,
him,
yeah,
right? Yeah, and they
three,
got
4
rid of him.
years,
Right?
3, 4 years. Yeah.
It's three.
It was three,
Yep.
three,
Yeah.
and so that's their timeline. So I'm curious to see how that situation is. Also,
I
want to
will
see
say, hold
just
on, Tone. I'll say one thing before you continue. I do want to kind of say something back to what you just said about that. I think it's going to be a little bit different. I think with Mac Jones, I think, I mean,
Thank you.
with Drake made and the Mac Jones, I think it's a couple of different things. Mainly coaching. It's a different coaching staff. And I think the previous coaching staff obviously just didn't like Mac Jones, but I think, and this coaching staff is an extension of the previous coaching staff, right? With Gerard Mayo, who's just a Bill Belichick from the Bill Belichick tree, played
right,
under Bill Belichick, learned under Bill Belichick for the last couple of years, and now moved into that position after Bill left. But I do think at this same time they realized they weren't really Mac Jones fan, right? I
right,
Right.
think they give Drake a little bit more time to kind of figure things out. Because I think
right.
even if we look at it, if you remember, man, like Mike Jones is on a high seat year 2, right?
Yeah, year two,
Coming off the Pro Bowl season, right?
right,
Coming off the
and
playoffs,
playoffs.
right? And so
And,
like he was on a hot seat year 2, people were questioning his job. So now you look at year 3, and obviously the team. I think there was other reasons why Mac Jones didn't perform.
Right.
than just him,
Right.
but and we're not gonna get into that too much, but I think it'll be a little bit different. And I don't think Drake May is gonna have a lot of success going into this either, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later on as well. So
Yeah.
Real quick before y'all continue, I do want to throw another team in there, just for one particular listener, because I will say I did like what they did, what his team did in the draft. That's the Rams.
yeah,
I really like what the I
yeah,
really like what the Rams did in the draft
yeah.
this year. Getting Jerry Verse, obviously,
Mhm,
I wanted us to get
mhm.
him. I honestly I didn't even think he was going to be where he was when they drafted him, but
Right, right.
that was a guy that I wanted the Lions to take or even move up to potentially get him if he was still there.
Mhm,
And then they got what's his name, Fisk, Braden Fisk from
mhm.
Clemson,
Yep,
dog.
yep,
So and then obviously they got my guy Blake. So I mean
yep.
they made some good moves. This is the first time they'd had a first round pick since what? Since they
Since
traded for
Sean
Goff
McVay
or
since Sean McVay took over. I was just about to say that. I was just
literally,
about to
it's been
say
like
that.
eight
And that was
years. So
2017, 2016. So yeah, we're on
2016.
there.
So
Yep,
just
yep.
to see them,
Sean
finally get
McVay
back
got
into the
used
first
by
round for the
Trump.
first
Trump.
time,
The first time.
uh, and then doing what they did, I thought they had a
F
pretty
those
good
picks,
draft. So
baby.
uh, yeah, for real though, got him a Super Bowl, so can't be mad.
Hey, got him
But
a Super Bowl. Got him a Super
Right.
Bowl. So I think my biggest winners and losers. And I think we are kind of biased here at this point. I loved what the Chargers did. I really did. I walked away very happy. And this is the first time I've been happy walking away from a draft in a very, very long time, man. Because even I'll say this, even when we got Justin Herbert, I wasn't sold on Herbert. I wasn't sold on Herbert at first. I was kind of pissed off. I was kind of pissed that we got Herbert at first. But this Harbaugh, man, he know what he's doing.
look at the
He,
smile on
he
this
knows
man's
he knows what
face.
he's doing, man.
Oh my
It's
God, do
beautiful,
you
man.
hear
It's
it?
a beautiful
Do
thing.
you
This is
hear
a
it?
this is a whole new like chapter, bro. Like
Can you hear it?
I'm really it is hard to contain a smile, man. It's hard to contain a
Yeah,
smile. And I'm
man, it's
also
the Jim
smiling
Harbaugh
because
effect.
and I'm also smiling because I know what the Harbaugh effect does, and I know where it's not at anymore. So I know what's
What
going
does
to
that
occur in
mean?
November.
Wait. What does that mean? Oh, that's what you.
So so
That's great.
so
That's classic, Jay.
I
That's
was
classic,
very
Jay.
happy with that, man. I was very happy. But and my biggest loser, I'm just gonna be honest, Tony, you're gonna hate this. It was the Falcons.
Fuck, duh.
It was the
No fucking
Falcons.
shit.
It was the Falcons. It was they're
But I
definitely
will
my
say
biggest
this,
loser.
and this is what I told Tone before we hopped on pot two. I was like, there was something that I watched on I think it was on like Twitter or something, but basically they were talking about Raheem Morris uh being the interim head coach when Dan Quinn got fired, and them basically him telling the Falcons front office like, hey, like, if I'm going to be the next guy, the next head coach, like we need a succession plan for Matt Ryan. Like I feel like he's a guy like we just need to, he's on his last leg. We need to make sure that we have a plan for the future for when the time comes for him to retire or whatever. We need to, passing of the guard. And so basically they went with ended up going with Arthur Smith, and
Mhm.
what happened in those 3 years. They said Arthur Smith had never finished the season better than 7-10 in his 3 years as the head coach. And then in comes Raheem Morris, and he's like, "What did I tell y'all? What do y'all need? A succession plan at quarterback." They didn't do it. They saw what happened last year with Desmond Ritter, and the last couple of years with Desmond Ritter. Bam, in goes Michael Penix. So
Mhm.
I will say,
Mhm.
was it dumb for them to get Michael Penix at 8? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No questions asked. That was just
Or
like,
even if you or even so even if that was your plan to get Michael Penix, right?
yeah,
You that's like you've been thinking of this plan. You go into this draft, right? You don't just go into draft day just like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do, right? You've had this
right?
plan. You've been watching these kids since last August. You've had a draft board made. You've had a
Yeah,
scouting department following all of these guys, right? You had a plan put together of what you were going to do. At least you knew what pick you had because you didn't make the
right,
playoffs. So you know what pick you
right.
had since January.
Well,
And
even Raheem Morris was saying at the combine, he was like, if we had a halfway decent quarterback, this is before Kirk got signed or
Mhm,
whatever, where the
mhm.
Kirk, before that news came about, he was like, if they had a quarterback last year, I don't even think I'd be in this position right now to be a head coach.
Right,
So
right.
it's like he was kind of he was kind of planting those seeds early on for us to be like, oh, they're going to take a quarterback now. With them taking them at 8, I don't know. I think that might be a little bit hasty of a decision. But hey, he's getting what he wants. He's getting that succession plan after Kirk Cousins is gone. So I mean, I guess if he's getting what he wants, and can't be wrong, right? What could possibly go wrong?
I
Right,
mean,
Tone?
you're right, Tone. Yeah, right, Tone. Come on,
Right,
Tone.
Tone?
Come on,
Are y'all
Tone.
done?
You a little quiet over there.
I
Yeah.
was just trying to let
You about to
y'all,
go on your long
I was trying to let
your
everybody speak.
soliloquy? You about to
And
get
it's
your
just trying to let
soliloquy?
everybody speak, man.
You, here comes
I
the
just
soliloquy, guys. Here comes the
here
soliloquy.
here comes from the Falcons fan, right? I mean, I said I won Penix and we got him, right? That it
did say you want a
happens.
penance.
Stupid, whatever, call it whatever. I told you once before, and I'm gonna say it again: the Falcons are not a serious organization, and I meant that when I said that. Okay, you got to look at decisions from the past years and years on. Whatever new GM, new blah blah blah, that they're just still the same people who they always were, right? Now, what do I mean by not serious organization? They gave Kirk Cousins $180 million, $100 million guaranteed. Was that stupid? That was stupid. But do I like Penix getting drafted? Yes, yes.
That's
Because
crazy.
at the end of the day, there was no really defensive guy on the pot, I mean on the draft, who was really, you know what I'm saying? I could say that was really moving the needle to say, oh yeah, he's a game changer. Let's take him at 8. He's gonna be our future. Blah blah blah. I don't think Dallas Turner is Will Anderson. Would
Okay,
I like Dallas Turner?
so this is what you do. You
Would I like Dallas Turner? Maybe
yes,
yes, but at the
yes,
same
Maybe.
time, Kirk
yes.
Cousins is coming off of
What is the
Achilles.
one thing that
You
Atlanta needs the most on their defense?
Yeah, you
I
even said this and talked about it with multiple
I
Falcons
did,
fans
I
at
did, but
the
then
draft.
and then we went pass rusher every other pick in our draft. We got a D tackle, we got a edge rusher, D tackle, edge rusher, D
Okay,
tackle, edge
So
rusher.
y'all just got the
but you
best.
could have had the
Y'all just didn't get the
best,
best
but you could
one.
have had the best prospect in
But
the
what?
draft at
But
that
see,
point.
that's not what
You could
you're
have had
not
the best, and
listening.
instead you
You're
settled for
not
what?
listening.
The
I'm
third best
saying
quarterback?
all I'm saying is that he was not that that edge rusher, or that y'all saying that we could have got. Those guys are all in the same category. One might be a little bit better than this one, and this one might be a little bit better than this one, but it wasn't no game changing or no, okay, yeah, he's definitely going to make noise in the NFL type thing. There was no crazy. If you say Dallas Turner, fine, call it is what it is. But at the same time, he went 17th. So not just us didn't think we was good. It was multiple other teams that
No,
didn't think he.
that
Okay, but y'all were
no,
one of the few
no,
teams in the
no.
But I'm
top
saying though,
top 10 that needed
the first
defense
defensive guy didn't go where? Where
to
did
the
he go?
15th,
It
14,
went
15,
15th.
15,
10.
but
15.
Okay,
okay,
He
but
picked
so
8th.
tone, so
but that's not
tone.
a good. That's not a good representation of
No, that's
his
not.
value is not there
That's
because
not
it wasn't like there was other defensive guys going off the board. Everybody off the
right.
board before him was offense
Offense,
until Latu got taken at 15.
correct,
So it wasn't like it was just like he's
correct.
getting passed up because all these other guys are better than him. No, he just wasn't even getting.
Just
Nobody on the
wasn't
defensive side of the ball was getting drafted,
exactly.
You
so
know
it
what
didn't
I'm
And
matter.
then,
saying?
and my thing is as well too. And my thing is as well too. If you're Atlanta, right? If that's how you feel, there's no point of picking somebody at number 8 with you know what I'm saying on defense. Trade back,
Trade
trade back.
back.
I'm saying
Trade back.
Michael
You
Penix
get
was
more
on that.
value. Michael Penix wasn't going to be gone.
Michael Penix was
Penix
viewed
wasn't going to
on
be
their
gone.
board as a first round high top quarterback, top 2, top 3 quarterback on their board. When they went to their workout, if you listen to Raheem Morris and he talks about it, he was their guy besides this
Oh
other
my
guy
God.
who got
Oh my God.
actually took it, and he was still there at 8. I want
Oh
my
my
guy.
God.
That's what he did.
And I
Did I
get
say
that.
it
And
was
this is
not
but
dumb? Did I say that we are not that we are gonna the biggest winners and all that? No, I told you guys we are not a serious organization. But at
and
the
that's what I
same
was going to
time,
say. It all
but at the
circles
same
back to
time,
that.
I think Michael Penix will have a good career in Atlanta.
Okay, so
I will
when
settle on
his
that.
career starts, right? Because the plan is, as long as everything goes to plan, if Kirk stays healthy, is that what he's going to start for the next 2 years. Michael Penix is going to be 25 by the time the NFL season starts, right?
No, he already is 25. Oh, yeah,
He's
he's
25
talking about
now.
this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
So
20.
he'll be
25
turning 25.
Yeah.
He'll
now.
be 25 when the season starts, right? So let's say
Yeah.
the succession plan works of you having Kirk Cousins play for at least the next 2 years because you guaranteed him $50 million for the next 2 years. So you're
No,
going to
3
start him.
years.
You're
He's
going
got
to
3
3.
years of that at least guaranteed.
Okay. So and they're going to play him for sure for 2. Well, they're going to try to play him for sure for 2. So you haven't played for those 2 years. By the time Penix is actually up to play, you've burned 2 years of his rookie contract. He's then 27 years old. You're then going to have to pay him again at this point because you're going to have to sign him back. So what does that look like?
Fifth year option plays a role too.
And then you're looking at it as well too. Is like, okay, if you're Atlanta, right? Again, you guys known you had the number 8 pick since January. You didn't make playoffs, so you knew what number pick you had locked in since January. And you made the decision of, okay, I'm gonna and the double down on the quarterback. I get it. Raheem Morris came from
Who
LA.
was the coach? The coach didn't get hired till after January.
That's
So let's
true.
not
That's
say
true though, and I
let's not
understand that,
just say that.
and
Let's
I
not say
understand
that.
that. But this is what I was about to say. Is Raheem Morris came? Raheem Morris came from Los Angeles, right? He saw what happens when your star quarterback goes down. Because the Rams, when Matt Stafford went down the year coming back from the Super Bowl, they looked fucking terrible. So he completely understood of okay, we need to double down on the quarterback position. But why go out and sign a guy for $180 million, $100 million guaranteed? When you could have just signed a Gardner Minshew, you could have just signed somebody for $10 to $12 million as a bridge quarterback,
Easily.
and then
Jay,
draft Michael Penix at number 8.
Jay,
But like you
you're
Thank you.
not
said,
listening.
this goes back to again, you guys aren't a serious organization, and I
Thank
completely
you.
agree with you
I
on that.
gave you the answer to what you're saying. I'm
I
telling
completely agree
you,
with you on that.
we're not a serious organization. But at
I
the end of
completely
the
agree with
day,
you on that.
I like Penix. I like what he's going to
I
be,
like
and I think
Penix's
he's
too. I like Penix too.
and I think he's going to be a good. Like at the end of the day, bro, I agree with Dan Orlovsky what he said, bro. He said there was no guy that was worth like they said they thought who Penix was, and they had a chance to get him of how far they thought highly of him on the board. Come on, bro. And Penix is gonna have a good career in Atlanta, I believe. If he
I just
doesn't,
think it's I just think it's kind of hard to envision a career for a guy that won't even be playing for the next 3 years. How do you envision a good career for a guy? You're not even gonna see the field. He might come out and be ass. He can come out
Mhm,
and be ass, and then like he getting reps, and he
mhm.
getting preseason reps. That's what he's getting. He might
Yep.
get a couple snaps if Kirk Cousins. I mean, shit, he might start week 1 if Kirk's not ready. But I mean, I just feel like it's hard to really have a lot of stock and put a lot of trust and hope into a guy that's not even going to see the field for at least 2 years.
Mhm.
You don't
I
see
hear
it in the
you.
NFL.
You don't
You
see it.
you
Hey,
just
hey,
don't see
hey,
it. You
hey,
don't
hey,
see it
hey,
in the
I
NFL
hear
for a
you. I hear
quarterback.
you. I hear you. At the end of the day, though, that nigga Raheem Morris is the coach, and he's getting paid millions of dollars to do his job. And Arthur Blank hired him, and he's not fired yet. So they know
I mean,
something that we
obviously he's
don't
not.
know. Hey, they know something that we don't know, and that's why we're not coaches and GMs.
Why would he have
So,
been fired? They just hired him, Toe.
so I will say this.
Why would they take a quarterback at 8, Jimmy?
Let's wrap this.
It
So I'm
wasn't
gonna
him.
wrap this one up real quick though, and I think we
That's
all agree
cool.
though that we may not come to a conclusion who's the best, but we know who had the worst draft,
We
and
know who had the worst draft, and it's not even
and
close.
it's not even
Not,
close. So let's hit on this real quick, man. And we're gonna speed through these next two topics so we can get to the NBA before we wrap the show up today. Give me y'all quick what do y'all think y'all draft grades were for y'all own teams? What would y'all draft y'all grade for y'all own teams? Tone, go ahead, go first since we just talked about the Falcons. What's your grade that you giving?
I mean, y'all said we was the worst, so I mean, we'll go with
what's
y'all.
your grade?
I mean, but what's your
My
grade
grade,
though? Is that an F? Is
my
that a
grade,
D? Is that a
my grade. I like the defensive tackles and the DNs that we got, and at the end of the day, we got Penix. That's who I wanted. So
So what's your teammate grade then?
Probably B plus for.
A what?
B
A B
plus?
plus?
B's and boy? As in boy.
I'm, that's what he said. I might rank it a C.
That's cool.
Just off the strength
You
that they
asked
got
me
the
my
next place
personal
overall. You
rankings.
did.
I
No,
try
I
to
did.
give
No,
you
I
an
did. I did.
answer.
I was just trying to make
Yeah,
sure that we were clear that I like to get everything on camera. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything is
I like
clear.
B plus. I think some of those edge rushers and D
Well,
tackles are
shit.
gonna be some guys that see the field a lot. So
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
I I guess I'll go. If Tone is giving his team a B plus draft grade, I'm gonna give my team an A plus draft grade because I personally think that we knocked all our position needs out of the park. I
Brothers,
think we got the corner.
do we not? Okay, so fans,
We said be
we go
realistic.
over
We did
topics.
say
We go over topics before we go to shows. We get the topics
let's
for
see.
all the fans and followers out there, just to give you a little insight on what we do. Before we
no.
start the
I
shows,
will.
we do go through the topics. And one of the quotations in the topic for this one that we're specifically talking about was be realistic. And I haven't heard a realistic answer yet. So
No, my okay. So, well, here's my thing though. My only point of saying this is just based off what I've been seeing and seeing that we had in terms of the value that we got the guys that we drafted and where we got them at. Technically, the Lions did have the best draft in the league, technically speaking. So maybe it's not an A plus because obviously there's probably a pick or two or a position of need that we could have gone and gotten instead of what we got. But I mean, I think at least an A. I'm gonna give us at least an A, just off the strength of we really attacked and got guys that were supposed to be taken earlier, and we got them later. I think the value that we got all the guys that was good enough for us to be like we did really 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 well this draft. So
Cool.
that's why I give myself an A. What
I
you
will
think,
give.
Kale? What
I
the
will give
Chargers
the
get?
Chargers. I'll give the Chargers a B plus. A B as in boy. I'll give them a B plus. I
Okay,
like the moves
that's
that
a
we made.
realistic B plus.
I like the moves that we made. We attacked a lot of positions that we needed. We got a lot of positions. We got some depth at the corner position with the 2 corners that we got out of Maryland and Notre Dame, who I'm actually a really big fan of. I really already liked Cam that was coming out of Notre Dame. I kind of followed him a little bit, so I was excited to see that. Wasn't too familiar with the kid out of Maryland. I actually had to do a little bit of research on him, bro. But Maryland had 3 corners that got drafted in this draft pretty early, so
And Hands, of
they
course, last year too.
man and Maryland. Hey, Maryland puts out some NFL players, and this is not even being funny,
They do.
not even joking. Michigan's toughest game this year was Maryland, like for real. Like Maryland was putting a battle up, like for real, for real. So
Okay.
Maryland was balling, bro. Maryland was balling. They play Ohio State hard every year as well too. So yeah, I was excited about that, man. B plus for sure. I love the Joe Alt pick. At first, obviously I wanted Marv. Marv wasn't there for us. I didn't really care to take Malik Neighbors at that point. I think we got a plan and we're sticking to it, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And rookie predictions real quick as far as this. We're gonna move into this one and then move on to the NBA because I'm excited to talk about a lot of niggas that went home, specifically one nigga that went home.
Man.
Who do y'all think is gonna be the most successful quarterback out of this draft? Give me a quick little reason. Give me the name and why you think why. Keep it quick, brief. Jim, go first.
I mean, I guess I would have to say Caleb Williams just because of the situation he's in and the team that he has surrounding him. But I mean, that's just an easy answer. I feel like there's not another quarterback that has a better room than him. Obviously, JJ McCarthy has JJ to throw to, so he's got the best out of all the receivers for all the rookies. But
yeah, Jordan Addison too, bro, and Aaron Jones.
Jordan Addison. You're right. So it could be JJ.
And TJ Hawkinson, like,
but that's true.
I know. Hey, come on, bro, don't be biased. Hawkinson's decent. He's decent.
It's not being biased. I mean, JJ could easily have the best, rookie season.
Yeah.
But I mean, Caleb Williams got vets in his room though. He got like vets. He got Keenan. He got DJ Moore.
Now he got Rome. I mean, they got Swift though. They got Swift. And they got, I don't know who the other one is. I don't know who the other running back was that they had.
Rashawn Johnson, Khalil Herbert's still there. The line, they got the line together.
I think the biggest question mark is going to be the offensive line. They added pieces. They added pieces.
They did.
But Tone, who do you think is going to be the most successful quarterback out of this draft?
I mean, I hope it's Caleb Williams. I really do. Like I said, he's in a good situation. I got really personally got high expectations for Caleb. Just like I said, I think the situation he's in a very good situation. So, easily, like I said, easily the best situation out of all the quarterbacks that have been drafted.
Is it easily though?
I mean, I think so. I think that when you put that many players into action before the draft, like trade wise, and you trade away a quarterback that you had there and all that, like they set some stuff up for that guy. So
I'm not gonna say easily, but I do think it's between.
He's supposed to.
It's between him and JJ. Him and JJ went. I mean, they went to really good situations, and the thing is too.
I don't know.
The thing is too, people don't want to talk about Jaden Daniels. Went to a decent situation, man. Like he got scary Terry. Bro.
That's it though.
Scary Terry. Jahan Dotson is decent. Jahan Dotson is decent. Brian Robinson is decent. Like they had a decent offensive line. Like it's not a lot of these quarterbacks didn't go to terrible situations, bro. Like this isn't like how Justin Fields in those class were. Like these quarterbacks. They didn't go to terrible situations. Like Zach Wilson went to a fucked up situation. Trevor Lawrence was a fucked up situation. Justin Fields went to a fucked up situation.
I think the only quarterback that went to a really bad situation was Drake May, and that's abundantly clear because they don't got no receivers out there.
Their number one is what?
They just signed
somebody, but it wasn't nobody big. Kendrick Bourne and Devontae Parker
They
and
drafted somebody in the draft
yeah,
too. I can't
He
remember who they
said,
drafted.
yeah.
yeah,
I didn't even pay
Um,
attention to the draft, bro. But let's go ahead and let's move on, man. Let's switch it over. Let's switch gears over to the NBA real quick, man. Let's talk about this for the next 10-15 minutes. Um, yeah, man. So I was talking to my boy Tay. You know, he worked at the airport and he was telling me he's seen a couple of high profile, players, VIPs that was coming through. You know, he working at LAX too. So, he told me he's seen Brian and them getting ready
oh
to board
man,
that flight over to Cabo. They was big Cabo gang. And but he did say that Kevin Durant came through the day before. They was boarding their flight already before he saw LeBron and them, but LeBron and them was very present. Them boys is very present. But real talk though, man, we got Los Angeles that's went home now, the Lakers. We got Phoenix that's went home. We got New Orleans that's went home. The New
it's
Orleans
about to be the Heat.
is
Miami
about to be the Heat
is
as well
about to be
too.
right behind them because
Yeah,
they're losing
yeah,
by
yeah.
21.
Shout out to Boston, man. But I think we know without Zion that it was gonna be kind of hard for the Pelicans to really win that series. So once Zion went down, I don't think
Brandon
we were
Ingram
much shit
Brandon
to
Ingram just
bed.
disappeared.
Just shit to bed, bro. Just shit to bed, bro.
He
And
washed now. Like is Brandon Ingram washed?
I like Brandon Ingram too, bro. But this could be literally the move. Like that playoff series could be the thing that gets him traded out of New Orleans now.
Is Brandon Ingram washed?
I don't think
Is
he's
he
washed.
washed?
I just think
Based on what? The nigga
I,
can't stay healthy.
he can't. I
He
think
can't
he's
stay
just.
healthy.
I don't know what it
And
is, bro. I don't know what he is.
you got to call it something. What do we?
I
Then
What do
mean,
we?
Kawhi is washed too. Then
Kawhi
Kawhi
is
is washed.
washed.
Huh?
Kawhi is washed because he can't stay healthy.
Kawhi's washed.
Kawhi,
Kawhi's washed.
when
Yeah,
Kawhi
Kawhi's
plays,
washed.
he's a hooper. But when he don't play, like he's washed, bro. Like
He's
what do you
washed.
mean?
And he
All
doesn't play
year long,
enough.
he
He
played the
doesn't
most
play
games.
enough.
He played the most games he played all season or in years. Most regular season games he played in years, and then come playoff time, oh he got what knee soreness, so he can't play now. Oh, he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss the first round. Like what? Like
Yeah.
that's
And
washed.
let's not.
That's being washed.
Okay, hold on, real quick before we get on the Clippers though, because we're gonna talk about them as well too. What do y'all think is next though for Phoenix and LA? Now that both of them went home,
You can't blow the team up. You can't if you Phoenix, you can't blow the team up. How do you blow the team up? Like that's so much money that they got it that they have to pay between him. They like to
the
make
only
money.
two players you got that's value is KD and Kate and Devin. And are you going to trade either of those players?
Well, if you trade anybody, you trade KD.
I think
Book's not going anywhere. That's his
I don't
team.
think either. No.
So if anybody's gonna leave, it's gonna be KD and Beal. And the crazy thing is, KD, Book, and Brad Beal all get paid. I think a total of $150 million between the three of them.
Yeah, just the three of them.
And they just don't have. They don't have any. Like they have to do something. Like you cannot win a game. Like obviously we've realized that Brad Beal is not a good third option because he's not consistent.
I don't even
play
think
defense. They don't have any defenders on that team.
I don't even think that it's Brad Beal's not a good third option. I think that team is just built so bad, bro. I think he averaged 18 this season. That's good for your third option, bro. That's good for your third option. He was decently efficient. He's coming off an injury. I'll take that, right? If you're a real championship contender, that 18 points from your third player is huge, right? Because I mean, Jamal Murray averaged 20 as a second player
in the playoffs.
That is true.
Like that's just what it comes down to. I need somebody that's not gonna give me 18 points in the regular season. I need you to give me 20 in the playoffs.
Correct.
That's what I need from you. Now, granted, they don't have a point guard, so they don't have anybody that's really facilitating the ball.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like that's what you guys decided to do. You said, no, we're gonna get rid of Chris Paul.
What are you over there thinking? You caught it over.
We're gonna bring in Brad Beal. Like I just think that's I don't know. They got to do something. They need some more role guys. They need better role players. They need better defenders. They lost a lot of their defenders when they got rid of Chris Paul, even though his defense was wishy-washy at times. They lost Mikal Bridges, who was easily their best defender. Like you got guys that they need out there to. I mean, because during the games, Ant was just doing whatever he wanted. Grayson Allen could be on him. He was cooking Brad Beal. He had Brad Beal chasing his fucking ass the whole game.
Man, they literally tore apart their whole finals team to get what they got now to get swept in the first round.
To get swept in the first round, like that's crazy.
Swept in the first round. That whole team that went to the finals, I was up. What were they up 2-1, 3-2 or something like that? They were up. Like they were up 2-1. They were up 2-1, and it just blew it. But Tone, what's your opinion? What's going on with you? What do you think is next for the? I don't really give a shit about Phoenix. You a Lakers guy. What do you think is next for the Lakers, man? What do you got for the Lakers?
Man, it just all depends if Ron's gonna retire or not. Think he
Brown's not
hard about.
retiring.
I mean, that's uh, I mean that's what everybody thinks. I hope he doesn't
If you
retire.
think
So
LeBron James is about to
I,
retire
I
after getting swept, oh, no, he didn't get
that
swept.
guy, that
They
guy
got
is
gentleman
such
swept.
a he's such a pussy, man.
He's not going out with that.
He's such a pussy.
He's not going out with that.
facts,
Yeah,
facts
LeBron.
behind that, Jay.
It's,
Facts
but
behind
you,
that, please.
I'm sorry.
Facts calling him a pussy.
LeBron is a pussy.
he
Facts
just
behind that, please. I'm
all right.
asking.
So we don't have to keep going back and forth with this. Just Jay is very Jay has a very strong opinion about LeBron, which is fine, which is fair. He's happy that they got eliminated from the playoffs. But realistically, at the end of the day, did you really expect anything else? Like you could be like,
No,
oh
I
well,
didn't. I
no. So it's
didn't.
like you can't
I
even be
didn't.
like happy that it happened. Like we
I thought the
all knew
Nuggets.
this was
I
gonna
thought the Nuggets
happen.
were going to win in four. I thought it was going to
I
be four.
I said on the pod before the series started that they were going to win in 5 games. I said the Lakers obviously got swept last year. They're not going to get swept. LeBron is not going to get swept 2 years in a row. Let alone like it's already crazy that he got swept in the first place. So he wasn't about to let it happen
It's
twice.
not that
That's why they
crazy.
won
It's
Game
happened
4.
before. This is like his fourth
When
time
has
being.
LeBron
This is like
ever
his
been
fourth.
swept in the playoffs?
This is like his fourth time.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's fourth time. He got
This is
swept
this is
in the
third
like his
time.
fourth
finals.
time.
He did get
This is
swept in the
third
finals
time.
back in
This is
07.
his third.
But
This is
other
his
than
third
that,
time.
He got swept. He got swept.
I don't think
Denver,
he's been. I think this is the second time
Denver,
getting swept.
Oh
the
seven. He
War,
got swept in 07 against the
And I think
Spurs.
that's it.
Spurs,
I think
and
that's
then the
it. I don't think they
Warriors.
got swept
No,
any
he
other
got
time.
swept against the Warriors. He got swept
That's
against
the
the
He didn't
thing.
get
Warriors.
swept by the Warriors.
He got
That's the
swept by the
thing.
Nuggets last year.
That's three.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it. So like, but granted, the first 2 times that he got swept were in the finals. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
did
So
the,
it's
the
like
Mavs? Did they win one against the Mavs? No, they did win one
no,
against the
They
Mavs.
no, they
won
did win
No,
one
two.
against the Mavs.
they
They
won. They
lost in
won. They
5.
won. It
They
was
won
4-1.
two.
It was 4-1.
I'm,
But they
I'm,
did. It
It,
was
it
so
was
4-2.
four. It
Okay.
was four.
Okay. I do think.
so
So Tom, what do you want to see though? What did the Lakers do though?
he
It
don't
was
know.
4-2. It was 4-2. But
Like,
anyways,
what do the Lakers do from here, man? I don't give a shit what that series was. They ain't win the ring.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just all about health. I think they gotta get. I think they gotta get some better coaching in there. In my personal opinion, I didn't like how Darvin Ham, some of his matchups, some of his rotations, some of his timeouts, and all that. I definitely
Or
think
lack of
that.
timeouts.
I think that he should have challenged the call in game two. That would have altered the course of that game. But at the same time, it is what it is. I think Braun had averaged 27, 8 in this series, and I think the Lakers can beat the Nuggets in the series, but obviously no one thinks that way. But I think it can.
Wait. Say that one more time.
I
Yeah, I
think
need to repeat.
I think the Lakers can beat the Nuggets in a series.
Based on what, Tony?
Yeah, what though?
Based on
Based
what?
on
They're 8 and
based on
1.
based on if they had more incompetent coaching and
No,
AD
no,
doesn't get hurt in that. All right. I mean,
dude.
like I said, if you're just going off stats, you don't watch every game,
I mean, I
game
get
by
it, bro,
game.
and I get what y'all gonna say. The context matters. Every game was close. Blah 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 blah. But like
No, but
at a
I'm
certain
just
point, though,
saying.
bro. At a
Look at
certain no,
just look at
no,
different calls and
no.
go. Calls go one
If
way.
I play you 9 times in whatever fucking sport
You
it
got
is,
it. Hey, like
and
I
I
said, man,
beat you in 8 out
you
of
won't
those
take my
9,
way. That's just my
At
opinion.
what
it's
point?
not. It's not
There's
close.
some nasty ass lineups, bro. They played a four guard lineup out there
What did
with
I say? What
Jokic,
did I say in the
Morey,
chat, bro? What did I say in the
and Eric Gordon.
chat,
Like
bro?
you're asking Jay if a lineup of D'Angelo Russell, who is not hitting threes, who's 0 for 9, and then you have another Gabe Vincent, Torian Prince, and Spencer Dinwiddie out there, along with someone like LeBron James playing the fucking 5. Come on, bro. Let's be realistic. But when they play,
So
but all I'm saying is, if you lineup changes and different, more coaching that was better, it's totally different, bro. They led for most of the game, and then you see leads go down when LeBron gets out the game because D'Angelo Russell can't hit a 3 to save his life, but he comes in talking like, "Hey, yeah, I want all the smoke and all that." But then when LeBron goes off the court, the team is minus 11. But when he's on the court, the team is plus 3. That's a
So
difference
you
maker.
seen so
Oh,
also
Jay, hold up. One more thing. If you go look
This is so
in
nasty. This is
in the
nasty.
fourth quarter of the superstars about LeBron James and AD, they outscored Jokic and Murray all day throughout the whole entire series. It's the others.
Jimmy,
So, like I said, I
Jimmy.
think if LA played and they actually got some competent coaching, maybe Vando's in.
So you think it's just the
Maybe you try
coaching?
to get somebody for
I,
D'Angelo
I
Russell.
swear to goodness, I really wish I had the button like on Round the Horn where I could just like mute him in the corner.
Mute him, because he
Yeah,
was
because
just
like
rambling
he's
about some
talking
bullshit for
nonsense,
like
bro. He's talking
2 minutes.
nonsense, bro. They in the last
I'm
9
just
times they
saying
beat you
too.
8, bro. I don't want to hear it. Pack that shit
He
up
I
talking
and get
get
it
about
it,
out of
bro.
here,
We
lineups,
don't
bro.
care
bro. You
about
could
what
have had
actually
the monsters up
we don't
there.
care about what actually happens in the
These
game
teams, like,
that I
okay,
just
let's just be honest.
articulated.
Tone, tone,
But we can just say, you know what, at the end and I said that's fine. If
tone.
they
At the
lost,
end of the
they're
day,
not
this
in
is
the
what matters.
playoffs.
This is what it is, Tone.
They're in
At
the
the end of
court.
the day,
They're in Cancun. They're not good. We
Tane,
can end it with that.
Tone, at the end of the day, this is all that matters, right? This is all, and this is the facts behind it, right? We've had 9
Go
games to
ahead.
prove it. This current construction of the Lakers cannot beat the fucking Denver Nuggets. It's
Fuck
that
Okay.
no.
simple. It's that simple. It doesn't matter coaching. It doesn't matter what coach you put in there. It doesn't matter what the fuck happens. When it goes out on that floor, those 5 players are not better than Denver's 5 players. And it's
Okay.
that
No,
fucking simple. It's that
For
fucking
sure.
simple.
it really is. It's
It's
really
that
not.
I
fucking
It's
just
not
gave
simple.
you
rocket
my
science.
viewpoint on what I saw from the
It's
series.
not
That's
rocket
all I
science.
said.
And if you
Well,
want to be honest as well,
so
too, as much as LeBron helped in that series, he hurt as well.
so
So
Jay,
don't sit here and act like that
so
he was
Jay,
just the major savior.
I
But
don't want to
also,
cut you
man,
off, but I don't. I feel like you can agree with me. I don't really feel like talking about the Lakers any
no,
much
I'm
longer
good.
because
We're moving
they're
on.
not in
We're
the
moving on.
playoffs.
We're not even in the
So
playoffs
I
anymore.
wanna. So I
Let's talk about
wanna.
the teams that are in the playoffs, Jimmy. Let's talk about the teams that are
Please,
in the playoffs still.
please.
Yeah,
So we got a big game
yeah.
5 tonight between the Mavericks and the Clippers. Uh, Obviously the Clippers just won, or the Mavericks just won game 4, convincingly tied up at 2, bringing the series back to LA.
The Clippers just won game 4, not the Mavericks.
Sorry, Clippers won game 4 because James Harden went crazy. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's a best of 3 now at this point. Is who we think's gonna win? Who we think's gonna come out on top here in the series? We knew this was gonna be the series. In the first round, that was gonna be the most competitive, the closest. I think we knew that even like maybe a week going in when they kind of already knew who the matchup was gonna be for them. So I think we're getting everything we were expecting to get out of it too. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think personally, I would have to say the Clipper or the Mavericks are going to win the series just because I don't know. But at the same time, it's like if James Harden is playing really well and he's playing like he played in Game 4, and just kind of cooking and
He
kind of
has a
taking over
good
like he
series.
should.
He's had a good series.
He has had a good series, but I mean, him and PG, if PG could show up, everybody's wondering where's Paul though? Where's Paul though?
Where's Paul though?
He's got to keep showing up.
I think I'm gonna go
45 tonight.
I think I'm gonna go. Bro, I want to go Mavericks. I love Kyrie, and I think all right. Fuck it, I'm stamping it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it. Guarantee me the Mavericks to win the series. They probably win.
He
They
said
win.
guarantee.
And I think if I'm being honest, I'm going with him in 6. I don't think it's gonna be game 7. I think we're going to 6. I think Dallas wins the night. And I think they go and win game 6 as well too, and go ahead and move on.
Back at home.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good series. Quickly while we're wrapping up too, since we're gonna talk about the other series that's really fucking good that I think a lot of people are sleeping on is that Cavaliers and Magic series over there in the East, bro. Like
great game last night.
They're banging right now, bro.
Yeah, great game last night.
I think and in that series, I think I'm gonna go with the Cavaliers. I think at the end of the day, just the talent that they have with Donovan and Mobley and Jared Allen, and Jared Allen didn't play last night. I think that they should be able to get past Orlando. But yeah, man, Tone, what do you think? What do you got in that Mavericks Clippers series?
I think the better coach wins the series, so I'm gonna go Clippers just for simple of Ty Lue. If you watch that game 4, Mavericks did make a run late, and it looked like the Mavericks were going to come back and win that game. But Ty Lue called a couple timeouts with a couple of different adjustments that were really keen to help the Clippers take that. So I think Clippers win that. In this Mavericks, I mean not Mavericks, but in this Magic Cavs series, I picked the Magic to win the series before the series because I love the way that they play. I think they're a young, scrappy team, and I'm a Paulo Banchero stand. Like I really love what he's doing in this playoffs. He had like 30 something last night, and he was going crazy.
39, I believe he had. I think he had
yeah,
39.
yeah. And Donovan got the better of them that night. But I think Orlando wins at home, and we're gonna see if Paulo is really one of them guys. I think he is. Just like I think he is one of those guys. And I think they win game 6 at home because they're very good at home. And I think that Paulo takes it in game 7. Like I'm taking the Magic, bro. I like Paulo.
So
can I say
are you
something?
Lakers
Can I
fans
say
gonna
something?
become? Are you Lakers fans gonna become Magic fans after Brown retire?
What? Wait, what? What is
No,
this
I
coming
have a
from? What does
question.
this have to do with Braun? Hey, Jay,
I
you're scaring me because your obsession with Braun. I haven't said
Who
his
said
name
anything
all
about
night.
LeBron
All
James?
night.
I
All
just
I said
asked when
was something
LeBron
about
retires.
Paulo.
I
hey,
just asked when
He's
LeBron
like,
retires.
what are we talking about?
Oh my
so
god! All right, so
can I
Tone,
can I
yeah, go
ask
ahead,
this
Jim.
question?
Go ahead, Jim. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna
So
do this
I
today.
can I just happened to notice this as Tone was giving his prediction on that series. How on God's green earth can you give the keys to Paolo and say Paolo's a guy, Paolo can do this, Paolo can do that, and Anthony Edwards just swept. He just swept and gave the business to the Suns, and you can't even give him credit for it. How is that?
What?
How is that a
Hey,
thing?
hey,
How are you giving Paolo his
I
flowers?
said I
How are you
rescind
giving
it.
Paolo his flowers? And we trying
Hey,
to tell you about
I
Anthony
get you
Edwards,
want to get
and
me on
you
the pod, and that's fine. But I rescinded everything. Literally after they swept
What
them,
is
I
wait?
said,
So wait. So
I
just
time
the
said
out.
fact
So
Ant
that
is
time
it's
out.
him.
even
So
a
time out.
I
pod.
So time
said
out.
Ant
So
is
time
him.
out.
You
So
can go
time
check
out.
my Twitter,
So time
whatever.
out. No,
I
I get
said
you.
Ant
I get
is
you.
him.
But
Ant
you
is
haven't
him.
said
I
on
was
the
wrong
show
about him.
that Ant is him. You over here praising Paulo Banchero, but you ain't said shit
He said
about
on the
Ant.
show.
You
He
ain't
said on
said
the
We
shit
show
haven't
he's
about
supposed to
talked
be
Ant.
that
about
guy.
it. What are we talking? We haven't
I
have
want
we
to.
gotten to the Timberwolves yet? I thought we
We
was
did.
just talking
We
about the
did.
Cavs
We
and
did. We
Magic.
talked about Phoenix getting swept and
We
sent
did.
home. You ain't say nothing about AE.
Because you wanted me to talk about the Lakers. You say you don't give a
So
fuck about the Suns, and you said talk about the Lakers. What are we talking about?
so
I
I'm
like
gonna say
I
this.
don't like how
Man,
this
give
is
Anthony Edwards his
Vegas is
flowers
coming
right
at me.
now. Give
But
Anthony
look,
Edwards his
like I
flowers.
said, Ant
Give
is him.
Anthony
I
Edwards his
said
flowers.
on the pod that if Ant beat the Suns, that I said, and he
Sweat?
is him. He made me eat
Sweep?
my words every
Sweep?
fucking night, and it was stupid. But like I
Sweep?
said, I think Ant is one of them guys. He's him. He's not one of them guys. He's the
All
face.
right. So let me
Actually,
ask you this question
Anthony
then.
Gordon,
He's the
I will
face,
say
but
that. But Paulo, I think Paulo for sure. If he wins this series, which I think he can do, man, he's really fucking good, man.
So
If
all
he,
right.
we talked about the series that are going on right now. We know we could get into the Bucks and the Pacers series, even though I think the Bucks aren't going to be able to
The
maintain and come
Pacers
back down
should close that
3-1.
out. The Pacers
They
should close
should
that out.
easily close it out. But I want to get into this one series that's already locked in for round 2, and that being the Timberwolves and the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's a good
going to be a
series.
good series.
That's a good
That's
series.
going to be a really good matchup.
Good series.
I hope
And
I hope the Timberwolves win real quick. I'm just gonna say this quick. I hope the Timberwolves win because like I really
Oh
think
my god.
that
I'm
they
sure all you motherfuckers do.
But Jokic, I think Jokic is gonna have a fucking field day.
He's gonna cook. He's gonna cook
with
both of
Rudy?
them.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
gonna
think
cook
he's
both
gonna
of them.
cook Rudy,
He's gonna
bro.
cook both of
And
them.
that motherfucker is like really good, bro. I don't know about Jamal Murray
Best
having
player in the
another-
league. He's the best player in the league, bro.
for sure.
far.
Yeah, no, I don't know about Jamal Murray having another good series just because I think they either put Ant or
Hey, that
Jaden
brother
McDaniels on it, and that length, no Diddy, is going to be crazy. But Jokic is really freaking good.
always cook Rudy. Hey, Pay always cooks Rudy. You remember that meme where he was not even a meme, the video where he was like, Rudy,
He's
like, I don't need help.
47,
He's
brother.
like, I got 47, brother. You need help.
Got 47,
Hey.
brother.
Hey, you need some help. You need some help.
Yeah,
So I think
for sure.
but Jamal Murray calf strain could play a part. He getting the rest a little bit, but we'll see how he comes out. But I think Jamal Murray always, bro, the
They
playoffs
don't get
comes,
no
he just
rest,
turns
right?
We
That
talk about
series
Jimmy.
start.
We talk about Jimmy Butler.
No, they get a
We
rest.
talk about Jimmy Butler a lot in the playoffs,
When
bro.
does
But
that
we don't talk
series
about
start?
Jamal Murray enough.
When does that series
No,
start?
we don't. And we
No, they don't get no rest.
No, they get rest, bro. They're not
I
gonna start the
thought
series up.
I
They're not
thought
gonna
that
start the
series.
series up until every series is
No,
over.
they don't
and no
start
rest.
until they, bro. I say you don't
Every
start round 2
series
until round 1
in
is
the first
done.
round has to be over before
Yeah.
round 2 is done. Or
Yeah,
before
they don't start round 2
Oh,
until
okay,
round 1 is
for
done.
sure.
Yeah. So they get some
but
time.
I think it starts on Saturday.
Yeah, they get some time.
Well, hey, that's a crazy statement. I don't know about that.
So-
Larry Bird did exist.
Hey,
I
I
mean,
think Jokic has Larry Bird already.
I think if you were to say Jokic was the greatest white man to touch the ball, I don't think you can't be mad at that.
No, I don't
You
think
really
I'd be
can't be
mad at
mad
that
at that.
either. I don't think I'd be mad at that either, bro. Not even gonna hold you.
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't have no
Right.
argument for you. I don't have no counter argument. I would say
I
Larry
like
Bird.
Dirk too. I like Dirk too.
I like Dirk as well, but once he wins his ring this year, I think it's over. I think it ain't gonna be no even question about who the
Gotta
greatest
Mays,
win
white
a
man
ring.
is.
So you
Did
picking the
put.
Nuggets? That means you're picking the Nuggets, right?
I think the
I mean,
Nuggets are going to win the
bro,
finals again. They're
I
head and
don't. I
shoulders the best
really,
team in the
I
league.
really, bro. I want to see the Celtics. I just don't. I just don't see how this, especially with Kristaps getting hurt again. And I told you guys, it all depended on what the Celtics are going to do about us being healthy. And I said Kristaps Porzingis is going to get hurt in the playoffs. And what the fuck happened? He gets hurt in the playoffs, bro. It's like clockwork, bro. It's like fucking clockwork. So
Even though they did say he was going to be back by the
they
conference
did,
finals,
bro.
he could be
But
back by the conference finals.
I don't think. At the end of the day, bro, I think I love the
You don't
matchup
think
with
they're
us,
going to make
and
it?
I think no, I think we'll make it to the finals. I just think when we battle, if Denver goes, which I do think Denver makes it to the finals, I I I, I don't know, bro. I think we match up very well against Denver, but I just think it's going to be very hard to beat Denver, bro. Denver is a lot like San Antonio was. They got a machine, bro. They got a
They
machine right
do.
now.
You got somebody to build a team around that can
Yeah,
facilitate the ball to everybody,
yeah.
and ain't no double teams on him.
No
You
double
can't
team.
double
You can't
team
double
him.
them. Can't
You
double them.
can't like he will
Can't double
literally
them.
find a way to dissect
So,
your entire defense.
but
And
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Porter is actually really good.
They've been balling, man. And Jamal Murray, they got
I
their
think,
Manu, they got their Tony, they good to go, bro. They ready to roll.
but
But
see,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna actually wrap it up, man. It's been a fun little time talking with the fans and everything. Do y'all got anything else y'all want to get out to the fans or anything like that, man? Followers.
I do want to get out nothing crazy, but I do want to say uh, we didn't talk about the Knicks at all, and I want to say Jalen Brunson is that guy. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I used to hate Jalen Brunson as a player just because I'm like, man, all he does is shoot, 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 shoot.
So is
Him and
Tyrese
Julius
Maxey.
Randle,
So is
are
Tyrese
just a
Maxey.
bad combo together. They don't find anybody else to get the ball to. But Jalen Brunson has really proved me wrong. He's really
So is
proved me wrong in this series in particular. He's just been actually the last probably like month and a half of basketball in general. He's just been you know willing these guys to victory. I guess so.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm not the biggest Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks hater, but shout out Jalen Brunson, man. Hopefully, he can keep his guys rolling in the playoffs.
Shout out Tyrese Maxey. That's all I gotta say. Shout out
Tyrese
Tyrese
Maxey.
Maxey.
That's fair. Tyrese Maxey is
Shout out Jalen Brunson and shout out to Boston Celtics and shout out to LeBron James getting sent home with his bitch ass. All right, fans, y'all have a nice night. We appreciate y'all joining us. We appreciate y'all. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, all at Drunk Uncs Pod. Like I said, man, we're gonna have some more content coming from y'all from the draft. And if you haven't checked out our latest videos, please go ahead and check those out on our Instagram as well, too. Every comment, every like, every post, everything is appreciated, man. We thank y'all as we try to grow and continue to grow. And check us out on our Saturday show, man, with
we'll be live on Saturday.
The original Drunk Unc Spot, man. So thank you. We appreciate y'all, man. And we out.
Catch y'all later, man. Peace.
Bye-bye, LeBron James.
Oh my God.